welcome to another episode of Talking Politics on the Hindu's official YouTube channel. I'm Nistula Hebbar, political editor of the paper. And as you know, this is a show where we try and go behind the scenes of stories hitting the headlines in domestic politics. The last week was full of dramatic developments, especially for the Trinamool Congress, that appears to be imploding without ceasing ever since the party lost power after 3 terms in the West Bengal Assembly. Not just the legislature party in the assembly, but rebellion has also broken out against the TMC High Command of Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee in the parliamentary grouping as well. Now, this is a story of rapid developments, and thus we decided to speak to the one man who can give us a rear view and a front view mirror on the politics of Bengal. When we last spoke to Sankhadip Das, my guest today, he's the proprietor editor of the wall.in, a Bangla language portal. It was in February as part of the Hindus' flagship In Focus podcast. And much of what happened mirrored what we had discussed in February. Thus, it is my great pleasure to invite Shankhadeep once again to the Hindu to make sense of Bengal politics. Welcome, Shankho.
Thank you, Nistula, for inviting me to in your podcast. See, Nistula, this time I have requested you many times to come to Calcutta and to see the election, but didn't come. But anyway, on a serious note,
But I already knew what was going to happen because you told me in February itself.
right. Our prediction was bang on, uh,
Yes.
and it also gives me some pleasure.
Hmm.
See, Nistula, the writing was already on the wall.
Hmm.
And if before the election, you had asked any question, any hypothetical question to any senior TMC leader, that what will happen to TMC if TMC loses election heavily this time,
Hmm.
he would have told you that TMC will crumble like a house of cards
Okay,
within
that is what has happened. And Shankar,
within
in fact,
within.
that is my first question to you. I have seen so many parties lose power. I've never seen one that is crumbling as fast as this one. It's unprecedented. And I've been
because
covering, politics for 26 years. I mean, I've not seen something like this happen.
because the writing was on the wall. I mean, not the writing was on the wall, not from yesterday, not from a year back. It was on the wall from 2020, as good as 2015.
Okay.
The day TMC will lose the election, it will crumble like house of cards.
But why would you say that?
See, the only ideology I told you before, the only
Hmm.
ideology of TMC was anti-CPMism.
Hmm.
TMC was born out of this ideology only. And when CPM ceased to be relevant in Bengal politics, the ideology was vanished.
I remember once you told me that TMC is just a fan club of Mamata Banerjee.
Yes, it was a fan club of Mamata Banerjee. And whatsoever left with TMC, IPAC made it, I mean, what should I say? They made it clear that also should not exist.
No.
because
How?
IPAC
How?
because
How?
IPAC became the party. There
Okay.
was there was no connect between the party and the leadership. Forget about the grassroots workers, the MPs, the MLAs. You ask anyone, the ministers, they didn't have any kind of contact with Mamata Banerjee.
So how come they
Abhishek
won that
Banerjee,
many
the party
seats?
second, the number two of the party, he was incommunicado. How the party
How,
will exist? How the party will survive with
but
such
Shaukat,
an
how did they
autocratic
manage to
structure?
win those many Lok Sabha seats in 2024? How do you explain that?
In 2024,
Yeah.
see, in 2024, BJP was also facing some anti-incumbency. You have seen the nationwide result. BJP's number came down to 240.
Right.
So it was on the line, on
Hmm.
the line of national politics. BJP faced that anti-incumbency in West Bengal also. And mind it, BJP in 2024, they didn't have that kind of booth level organization. Even uh, there was no Mukul Roy, the
Hmm.
master strategist in Bengal.
So
So
you think Sunil Bansal, etc., they prepared stuff well for the assembly at least.
So this time BJP well strategized the election.
Mm,
Sunil Bansalji, then Bhupendra Jadhav, uh, all then the state leadership. They there was a I mean good kind of coordination this time. Earlier it was completely missing. In 2021 election, 2024 it was completely missing. Kailash Vijayvargiya was doing something, Dilip Ghosh was doing something else. Then Suvendu Adhikari joined. There was no coordination among them. So they got that result. But this time there was better coordination. There was very, I mean, coordinated effort this time. It was seen on the ground. So they got that result. And I told you, Nistula, before that election
mm,
on 26th or 27th of February, that there
mm,
is not a single reason left to vote for this party, this ruling
mm,
party, and this present government, except one, that बीजेपी आ जाएगा.
mm.
अगर लोगों के मन में वो वाला चीज नहीं है तो then it will be a disaster for TMC. It is going to be a
And it turned
disaster.
out to
And
be
these
one.
things this happened. People didn't hesitate to vote for BJP. In urban pockets, I told you that in
Mm,
urban pockets there will be disaster this time. So you see what happened in Kolkata, in the vicinity of Calcutta, and TMC won those seats only which are dominated by minority votes. Out of 80 TMC MLAs, 32 MLAs are directly Muslim candidates,
mm.
and rest 48 seats Muslim votes are were significant and dominant factor. See, in Bhavanipur, Muslim vote was not dominant factor. Mamata Banerjee lost. In
But tell me something. That is what has happened, and a lot of people have done analysis. But what I want to know is why these splits that have happened? Why? I mean, they could have sat in the opposition with 80 MLAs and done something, and they have a fairly big contingent here in Delhi. Why is it that all these people broke away? Was there a fear of cases, or what was it?
See, I told you earlier that there was no ideological bonding, and
Hmm.
without ideological bonding, no party can survive, right? And in the last 10-15 years, for a large number of TMC leaders, the primary objective was to make money. So
Hmm.
there was rampant corruption.
Hmm.
Number one reason is corruption. Number two reason is without Mamata Banerjee, they don't have any political significance, organizational strength, blah blah
Hmm.
blah. So many of them are rushing towards BJP just to save their skin because they will not survive. They will not survive. They know it very well. TMC will not survive, and we will, our political career is going to be finished. So
So,
they
is there
made
a
some
but,
kind
but
of
what about a merger?
so they made some kind of adjustment with BJP, and they made separate blocks in Assembly and in Lok Sabha.
But
See,
hmm,
merger was possible, is possible, but when you are facing corruption charges, Congress cannot save you from corruption charges or police action.
hmm.
BJP can save you. If you can distance yourself from TMC, Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee, and form a separate bloc, right? Then only you can save yourself.
All this talk about Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee going to 10 Janpath and meeting Mrs. Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, is there a talk of them merging?
See, I don't know that now whether the merging will be very easy or not, because after the poll debacle, TMC's poll debacle, the very first question in our very first press conference, I told you that,
Yes.
that my correspondent, the Walls correspondent, asked that whether you are going to merge your party with Congress. It is still there on our live video.
Hmm.
You can see that.
And what
That
was her answer?
see in a normal circumstances she would have scolded that reporter. She would have asked that counter question that are you from BJP, have BJP planted these questions to you, or are you from CPM? But this time she replied that this is party's internal strategic issue. How can I tell you the party's internal strategy to you in a press conference? So uh, merger was and is definitely a possibility. But now majority of the TMC MLAs have formed a bloc in
Mm-hmm.
assembly. More than 60 MLAs now together, and in Lok Sabha, around 2021 MPs are together. They have made a separate bloc. Today or tomorrow, Lok Sabha Speaker will give recognition to that bloc, and they are going to support NDA. So now, after that, if Mamata Banerjee wants to merge her party with Congress, she has to take the opinion of all these elected MPs and MLAs, majority elected and MPs and MLAs, but majority MPs, elected MPs and MLAs are not with her. So which party she is going to merge with
And
Congress?
and if she merges, then she also loses all the control over the funds and the buildings and
Yes, and the most funny story is about the funds.
Hmm.
What you are saying
Okay.
that funds, the perception is nobody knows how much funds did do TMC really have, but the perception is that they must be having more than 1,000 crores or 1,500 crores, because
Right.
from electoral bonds only, TMC was the second largest party to get
Beneficiary.
to the highest amount through bond, electoral bond.
Okay.
So there will be a big. Just write it down today. Now it is going to be a legal battle between this bloc
Hmm.
and Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee, because today or tomorrow these two blocks, one block in Assembly and another block in Lok Sabha, they are going to move to Election Commission and they will appeal see that we are the real TMCs.
Hmm.
So we should have the control of party. We should have the symbol of the party.
And whatever resources there are with the party. Right.
Absolutely so.
Um,
Even TMC's own party office.
right.
Javed Ahmed Khan, one TMC MLA, he only donated that land to TMC.
Hmm.
Now Javed Ahmed Khan is with this new bloc, new
With the
found bloc,
Brothers Block. Huh.
and so-called new Trinamool. So they will
Newton,
get the
Newton Trinamool, we can call it at
Notun
least.
Trinamool, Notun Trinamool. So after 2021 election, Abhishek Banerjee dismantled the old building and started building a new corporate style building.
Hmm.
But this is the irony that I think he will not even for a single minute or moment he will get a chance to enter that building.
Even you, I mean, in your experience as well, I don't think that you would have also seen this quick a dismantlement of a party that had been in power for 15 years.
Yeah, yeah. This was I didn't even thought that within 1 month the party will crumble like this thing. But I was for sure. I was very confident that TMC will not survive if they loses the election.
Hmm.
But I couldn't imagine that so fast it will happen. It happened within a month.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was really shocked by that. And the people who continue to remain with Mamata Banerjee are, the really old lot, like Shogata and all.
Huh?
Huh. And all these film stars and sporting stars, they're all gone. And Kalyan
See,
Banerjee,
again, irony is that during Lok Sabha election, Abhishek Banerjee was dead against to give ticket to Sudhir Bandyopadhyay and Saugata Rai.
so they could have been loyal.
Kollan Banerjee also. And now they are with the party. They are with Mamata Banerjee. And the MLAs whom he has given ticket, everyone has moved to that new block.
There's something to be said about coming together, inspired by an idea, when you form a political party. When you're at the receiving end, rather than joining a party, when people join a party when it's in power because you just want to enjoy it. I think it's a lesson to all political parties, in my
Absolutely
view.
so. So there was rampant corruption, and I think that Mamta Banerjee, she herself is responsible for everything.
In what way? Why do you say that?
See that there was rampant corruption at every level, and
Hmm.
she knew everything.
Do you think she can still make a comeback? You know, she's a street fighter. Even the BJP guys are telling
Very,
me,
very, very
"Hindi to
difficult.
fighter
Very,
hai,
very
dikhte hain."
difficult at this age. And she may merge her party whatsoever left with her. She may join Congress. She may merge with Congress. But in Bengal, you have left parties.
Hmm.
So left parties will never accept Mamata Banerjee as ally partner, as alliance partner. They
So
will
in
very
this,
they will be very happy to make an alliance with Adhit Chaudhary,
hmm,
to other Congress leaders, to Congress party as a whole.
hmm.
But when it is Mamata Banerjee, they will not agree. Muhammad Salim will not agree to hold any meeting with Mamata Banerjee because they fought against TMC for the last 15 years.
Hmm.
Mamata Banerjee fought
And a
against
lot of their
TMC,
vote actually shifted to the BJP, the left. A
right?
lot of their vote shifted to the BJP because they wanted to defeat Mamata Banerjee by
Right,
hook or by
absolutely,
crook.
absolutely so, absolutely so.
Who do you think among all the opposition parties now left in Bengal has some capacity to get some traction? Because you have a ruling party, there is an opposition space as well. Not everybody wants the same party, not everybody would want to believe or support. Who do you think, the left, Congress, or this rump of a TMC that is left?
See, I don't see any future of this new form TMC bloc
Okay.
because without Mamata Banerjee's image, they are nothing. In Bengali, we say they are sunflowers because they
You
get
look at the
light
sun
from
and
the
then
sun.
you flower. Yeah, yeah.
So they have nothing. They
Surajmukhi.
will not survive. They will not get any kind of traction. Maybe 1-2%, 3% vote initially, but afterwards nothing. But there will be definitely a secular space in Bengal politics, and there are 27, 28% minority votes. Muslims,
Mm,
a part of Muslim vote will definitely go to BJP this time because Muslim women will also be getting Annapurna Bhandar kind
mm,
of government shops and all.
mm,
There will be a fear factor also, but majority Muslim vote will be there, and they will not vote for BJP. So the significance of the left parties,
mm,
there will be that will be there. CPM will emerge like the real opposition party in West Bengal. Uh, if Rahul Gandhi empowers Congress leader like Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary or Victor like the leaders, so they will get some traction in North Bengal also.
mhm,
So and the majority minority votes will shift towards CPM and Congress. So their vote share will go up to 35, 36%.
that much. Okay.
Easily,
So,
easily, easily, easily. You see, 20% Muslim vote,
mm,
and they already have 13% vote after everything.
everything,
Still
yeah.
have 10, 12% vote, and plus 20% Muslim vote. Then again, 5% you can add 5, 7% secular vote who have this time who have voted for BJP just to defeat Mamata Banerjee and TMC, but they are not typically BJP's pocket vote.
Mm.
They will return to TMC, CPM or Congress fold. CPM and Congress will become very relevant in Bengal politics.
So, one question about national politics, because Shankar, you and I have done so much of reporting together as well. At the time when we used to be here in Delhi and reporting
Right.
together, there were so many regional parties. There were regional parties in the UPA, there were regional parties in the NDA, and there were also these regional parties which were in the middle, and like BRS and YSRCP and BJD. Now, there's a decline that you are seeing in their fortunes lately. Do you think that this decline in the fortunes of regional parties is bringing us back to this old thing of NDA versus UPA, a bipolar thing, with the NDA being far more dominating in terms of electoral spread and resources, Do you see that happening, or do you think it is a phase, and that in a huge country like India, regional parties will always have a future?
See, Nistula, I am of the opinion that see this kind of decline will further continue
Okay.
because these kind of regional parties, they born out of regional aspiration. But people have seen that all these regional parties, I mean, there were allegations of rampant corruptions against them,
Corruption,
and
nepotism. Yeah.
nepotism, and mostly ruled by a party leader who is autocratic by nature. You know, so people have seen them. People are much aware this time when this kind of regional parties emerged. People, the access to information was very limited.
Hmm.
So now people have access to information. People know they these kind of regional parties, they cannot give they cannot provide good governance, development. They are corrupt, or mostly corrupt. So people will now move towards. Uh,
But I'll make one exception to this rule, and that's the Biju Janata Dal. I found that they did a lot for the state. They
yeah,
did
but
governance wise. Yeah.
yeah, but there should be there exception is always there.
Hmm.
Exception is always there. But but for a national party like Congress or BJP, there is always a checks and balance, right? Not a single state leader or chief minister can behave like an autocratic leader
Hmm.
under a national party.
Hmm.
There is some kind of checks and balance.
Right.
So soon we will see in near future that there will be a bipolar politics in national arena.
Oh, we will see how that pans out.
Because in Odisha, Biju Janata Dal has now become very weakened.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Sharad Pawar, Mamata Banerjee, AIADMK,
YSRCP, BRS.
YSRCP. So all the RJD,
Hmm.
Ramvilas Paswan's party,
Hmm.
though Chirag Paswan is still a minister, but tell me what relevance they have in Bihar politics, larger Bihar politics or larger national politics, and what perception people have about them.
BSP is also on the
BSP,
road. So these are all parties that we used to cover so assiduously, if you
yeah,
remember.
seriously,
We knew
seriously,
all their MPs and all sorts of things. It was good fun, I must say, to recall some of the leafy lanes of our youth. But
absolutely.
with this rather gloomy prediction, Shanko, we come to the end of this episode of Talking Politics. As always, you've given so much of clarity to what is very frantic pace of events that are unfolding with regard to West Bengal politics. I hope the viewers have come away from this episode knowing something amidst all the noise surrounding these events. Thank you once again, Shanko, for joining me on Talking Politics, and thank you, viewers. I shall see you next week.